Life is a journey filled with unexpected turns, often leading us through valleys of despair and peaks of joy. Every individual, at some point, faces moments of deep sorrow, overwhelming fear, or a profound sense of loss. These moments are universal. No one is exempt from the trials and tribulations that life inevitably brings. They can shake our faith, challenge our resolve, and leave us questioning our very purpose. In these dark hours, it is easy to feel alone, isolated in our struggles, and burdened by the weight of our own doubts and fears. However, it is precisely in these moments of despair that the call to rise becomes most crucial. This call is not merely an external demand, but an inner awakening, a realization that, despite the darkness surrounding us, there is a light within that refuses to be extinguished. Rising above challenges requires more than just personal strength. It demands faith and courage. Faith, because we need to trust in something greater than ourselves, something that can guide us when we are lost. Courage, because it takes immense bravery to confront our fears and continue moving forward even when the path ahead is unclear. Throughout history, people have turned to divine guidance in their most desperate times. This guidance, often sought through prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection, serves as a beacon of hope, illuminating the way when all seems lost. It is a reminder that we are never truly alone, that there is a higher power watching over us, ready to lift us up when we are too weak to stand on our own. In recognizing our need for this divine intervention, we acknowledge our limitations and open ourselves up to the boundless possibilities that faith can bring. In the midst of our struggles, there is a voice that calls out to us, offering comfort and assurance. This voice is gentle yet powerful, tender yet firm. It is the voice of divine love, whispering to our souls that we are not forgotten, that we are seen, and that we are deeply loved. This voice does not come with loud proclamations or grand gestures. Instead, it comes in the stillness of our hearts, in the quiet moments when we feel most vulnerable. The voice of assurance is a reminder of the omnipresence of divine support. No matter where we are or what we are going through, this support is always within reach. It is steadfast, unwavering, and ever-present, like the sun that continues to shine even when hidden behind clouds. This divine presence does not waver with the tides of life. It remains constant, providing us with the strength and courage we need to rise above our circumstances. When we listen to this voice, we are reminded that our struggles are not in vain. They are not punishments or signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth and transformation. The voice calls us to rise, not because we are expected to be perfect or without fault, but because we are capable of so much more than we often realize. It encourages us to stand up, to move forward, and to trust that we are being guided every step of the way. This assurance is not just about overcoming challenges. It is about embracing the journey with faith and courage. It is about knowing that even in our darkest moments, we are being held by a love that is greater than anything we can imagine. This love calls us to rise, not just for ourselves, but for the greater purpose that our lives are meant to fulfill. It is a call to live with intention, to walk with confidence, and to trust that we are never alone on this path. Part 1. Overcoming despair and embracing hope. Despair is a human condition. Despair is an emotion that is as ancient as humanity itself. It is a deep, overwhelming sense of hopelessness that can consume the spirit, leaving one feeling lost and disconnected from the world. Despair is not a fleeting sadness or temporary setback. It is a profound state of being that can make even the simplest tasks seem insurmountable. This emotional state often arises in the face of great loss, profound disappointment, or the realization of life's harsh realities. It can paralyze, trapping individuals in a cycle of negative thoughts and feelings, making it difficult to see beyond the immediate pain. Yet, despite its devastating effects, despair is a common human experience. No one is immune to it. At some point, everyone will encounter moments where the weight of life feels too heavy to bear. These moments can be terrifying as they force us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. However, despair, though painful, is also a powerful catalyst for change. It often serves as the precursor to transformation, pushing individuals to their limits, where they must either succumb to the darkness or find the strength to rise above it. Despair forces us to question everything: our beliefs, our values, our purpose. It strips away the superficial layers of our lives, leaving us exposed and vulnerable. In this raw state, we are presented with a choice: to give in to the darkness or to seek out the light. It is in this moment of choice that the seeds of transformation are sown. The struggle with despair can be the very thing that propels us towards growth, healing, and ultimately a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Divine intervention. Throughout history, there are countless stories of individuals who have faced the crushing weight of despair, only to be lifted by divine intervention. These stories, whether drawn from personal experiences, religious texts, or historical accounts, illustrate the power of faith and the presence of a higher power in times of need. One such story is that of Job from the Bible. Job was a man who experienced unimaginable suffering, losing his wealth, his health, and his family. In his despair, he questioned God and the purpose of his suffering. Despite his agony, Job remained faithful, and in the end, God restored all that he had lost and more. Job's story is a powerful example of how, even in our darkest moments, divine intervention can bring about restoration and healing. Another example is the life of St. Teresa of Calcutta, known as Mother Teresa. Despite her outward appearance of unwavering faith and dedication to helping the poor, she privately struggled with deep spiritual darkness and a sense of abandonment by God. For nearly 50 years, she experienced what she described as a dark night of the soul. Yet she continued her mission with remarkable compassion and resilience. Mother Teresa's story is a testament to the fact that even the most devout individuals can experience profound despair, but through divine grace and perseverance, they can continue to fulfill their calling. In more recent times, we can look to figures like Nelson Mandela, who, during his 27 years of imprisonment, faced immense despair. Isolated from his family and his cause, he could have easily succumbed to hopelessness. Yet, Mandela's faith in justice and the righteousness of his struggle sustained him. Upon his release, he not only forgave his oppressors, but also led South Africa toward reconciliation and peace. Mandela's life is a powerful example of how divine intervention, whether perceived as the strength of character, a guiding light, or a higher purpose, can transform despair into a force for good. These stories remind us that despair does not have the final say. Even in our lowest moments, divine intervention can lift us out of the darkness and guide us toward a brighter future. Hope as a guiding light. Hope is the antidote to despair. It is the light that shines in the darkness, guiding us through the most challenging times. While despair tells us that all is lost, hope whispers that there is still a chance for redemption, for healing, for a new beginning. Hope is not just a passive wish for things to get better. It is an active force that compels us to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Hope is deeply intertwined with faith. It is faith that gives hope its strength, anchoring it in the belief that there is a purpose to our suffering and that we are being guided towards something greater. When we have faith, we trust that no matter how dire our circumstances may seem, there is a divine plan at work. This trust allows us to hold on to hope, even when all evidence points to the contrary. In times of despair, hope becomes our guiding light. It encourages us to take the next step, to keep going, even when we cannot see the full path ahead. Hope gives us the courage to rise after we have fallen, to continue believing in the possibility of a better tomorrow. It is a beacon that draws us out of the darkness, reminding us that we are never truly alone, that there is always a way forward. Hope is not just a feeling, it is a choice. It is choosing to believe that things can and will get better, even when faced with overwhelming odds. It is choosing to trust in the goodness of life, in the presence of divine love, and in our own ability to overcome whatever challenges come our way. When we embrace hope, we align ourselves with a power greater than our despair, and in doing so, we open ourselves up to the miracles that are possible when faith and courage are combined. Part 2. The journey of faith. Faith in action. Faith is not a passive state of being, but an active, dynamic force that calls us to move forward even when the path is unclear. It is a belief in the unseen, a trust in what cannot yet be touched or fully understood. Taking steps of faith means venturing into the unknown, facing the uncertainty with a sense of purpose and conviction, and believing that there is a greater plan beyond our understanding. Throughout history and across various spiritual traditions, faith has been celebrated as a powerful catalyst for change and transformation. The Bible, for example, speaks of Abraham, who was called by God to leave his homeland and journey to a place he had never seen. Abraham did not know where he was going, but he trusted in God's promise. His journey was fraught with challenges, yet he continued to walk in faith, believing in a destiny he could not yet comprehend. This act of faith laid the foundation for an entire nation, demonstrating how stepping into the unknown with trust can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Similarly, in the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred Hindu text, Lord Krishna teaches the warrior Arjuna about the power of faith and righteous action. Arjuna is paralyzed by doubt and despair at the prospect of fighting in a great battle, but Krishna encourages him to act with faith, not for the rewards, but because it is his duty. This teaching illustrates that faith is not just about belief, it is about taking action, fulfilling one's purpose, and trusting that the divine will guide the way. In Buddhism, faith is understood as Shraddha, a profound confidence in the teachings of the Buddha and the path to enlightenment. It is not blind belief, but a trust grounded in experience, practice, and understanding. The Buddha himself taught that faith is the beginning of the journey toward enlightenment, a faith that must be tested, questioned, and cultivated through direct experience. From these traditions, we learn that faith is not just about waiting for a miracle. It is about stepping forward into the unknown, trusting in a higher power, and believing in one's ability to overcome. It requires courage to act when the outcome is uncertain, to believe when there is no immediate evidence of success. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of uncertainty that faith reveals its true strength. Trials and triumphs. The journey of life is seldom smooth. It is a path marked with trials and tribulations that test our faith at every turn. These trials are like storms, sudden and fierce. They can shake our foundations and make us question everything we hold dear. They come in many forms: personal loss, illness, betrayal, financial hardship, and more. Each storm challenges us to remain steadfast, to hold on to our faith, and to trust that the storm will pass and the sun will shine again. Life's challenges can also be likened to mountains, imposing and seemingly insurmountable. Climbing these mountains requires strength, endurance, and the determination to reach the summit, no matter how difficult the ascent may be. At times, the path may be steep and treacherous, filled with obstacles that test our resolve. Yet, every step we take, every small victory we achieve brings us closer to the peak, and when we finally reach the top, we are rewarded with a new perspective, a deeper understanding of ourselves, and a renewed sense of purpose. Then there are the valleys, those low points in life where everything seems dark and hopeless. Valleys are places of sorrow, struggle, and confusion, where we may feel abandoned and alone. Yet, it is often in these valleys that we experience the most profound growth. The valley is a place of reflection, where we are forced to confront our fears, doubts, and insecurities. It is in the valley that we learn to rely on our inner strength, to find the courage to keep moving forward, even when the way is unclear. These metaphors remind us that life's journey is not a straight line, but a series of ups and downs, highs and lows. Faith is what carries us through the storms, over the mountains, and out of the valleys. It gives us the strength to face our trials with courage, to keep going even when the way is hard, and to trust that there is a divine purpose in every experience, no matter how difficult it may seem. The role of prayer and reflection. In navigating the trials of life, prayer, meditation, and reflection serve as essential tools for maintaining faith and finding peace amid chaos. Prayer is a direct line of communication with the divine, a way to express our deepest fears, desires, and hopes. It is an act of surrender, of acknowledging that we cannot control everything, and that we need divine guidance and support. Through prayer, we find comfort, strength, and clarity, and we open ourselves to the possibility of divine intervention. Meditation, on the other hand, is a practice of stillness and introspection. It allows us to quiet the noise of the outside world and tune into our inner voice. In meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, to find peace in the present moment, and to connect with a deeper sense of purpose. Meditation cultivates a sense of calm and centeredness, helping us to remain grounded and focused, even in the midst of turmoil. Reflection is the process of looking back on our experiences, examining them for lessons and insights. It allows us to understand the patterns in our lives, to see where we have been, and to determine where we are going. Reflection helps us to see the bigger picture, to recognize the hand of the divine in our journey, and to appreciate the growth and transformation that has come from our trials. Together, these practices form a powerful triad that can help us to navigate the journey of faith with grace and resilience. They remind us to stay connected to our spiritual source, to seek guidance and strength from within, and to trust in the divine plan, even when it is not immediately apparent. Faith is not a destination, it is a journey, one that requires us to walk with courage, perseverance, and an open heart. It is a journey that invites us to trust in the unseen, to believe in the impossible, and to rise above our circumstances with hope and determination. And as we continue on this journey, we discover that faith, when nurtured and practiced, becomes not only our guide, but our greatest ally in overcoming whatever life may throw our way. Part 3. The power of divine love. Unconditional love. Divine love is a force unlike any other love that knows no bounds, no conditions, and no limitations. It is a love that is always present, always available, and always sufficient, regardless of who we are or what we have done. Unlike human love, which can be fickle, flawed, and conditional, divine love remains steadfast and unwavering, offering us comfort and strength in every moment of our lives. This love is often described as a perfect, all-encompassing force that reaches out to each of us, inviting us to rest in its warmth and grace. It is a love that embraces us in our moments of greatest weakness, offering us hope when all seems lost. Divine love is there to lift us when we fall, to comfort us when we grieve, and to guide us when we are lost. It is an ever-present source of light in the darkest of times. The Bible speaks eloquently of this divine love, but God demonstrates His own love toward us, in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5-8. This verse captures the essence of divine love as unconditional and sacrificial, a love that does not depend on our worthiness or our actions. It is a love that reaches out to us at our lowest point, offering forgiveness, redemption, and new beginnings. In other spiritual traditions, divine love is also seen as a nurturing, compassionate force. In the Quran, God's love is described as encompassing everything. My mercy encompasses all things. Quran 7-156. This reflects a love that is boundless, reaching out to every soul with compassion and mercy, always ready to forgive and uplift. Similarly, in Hinduism, the concept of bhakti represents devotion and love for the divine. This love is reciprocal, as devotees express their love and surrender to God. They experience divine love in return, a love that guides, protects, and ultimately leads to spiritual liberation. The Bhagavad Gita speaks of this divine love, where Lord Krishna assures, "To those who are constantly devoted and who worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me." Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Divine love is not just a feeling or an abstract idea. It is a living, active force that seeks to heal, restore, and transform. It is a love that knows our deepest fears, our greatest flaws, and our most hidden sorrows, yet still chooses to embrace us fully. It is a love that speaks to our hearts in the silence, reminding us that we are never alone, that we are cherished, and that we are seen. Healing and restoration. Throughout history and across cultures, countless stories speak of the healing and restorative power of divine love. These stories remind us that even in the most broken and desperate circumstances, there is hope, healing, and the possibility of renewal. Consider the story of the prodigal son in the Bible, a powerful parable of divine love and forgiveness. The prodigal son, having squandered his inheritance and fallen into despair, decides to return to his father's house, hoping for a place as a servant. Instead, his father runs to him with open arms, celebrating his return with joy and compassion. This story illustrates how divine love welcomes us back no matter how far we have strayed. It is a love that restores dignity, heals wounds, and offers a fresh start. In the Buddhist tradition, the story of Angulimala offers another profound example of transformation through divine love and compassion. Angulimala was a feared bandit who had committed many violent acts. However, when he encountered the Buddha, he experienced a profound awakening. The Buddha's unconditional love and compassion toward Angulimala led him to renounce his violent ways, seek forgiveness, and ultimately become a monk. This story teaches that no soul is beyond redemption, and that divine love can bring about deep, transformative healing. Similarly, many personal testimonies tell of individuals who have experienced the power of divine love in their own lives. A person might have been overwhelmed by addiction, struggling to find meaning or direction, or facing a seemingly insurmountable crisis. Yet, through a moment of divine encounter, they find healing, peace, and a renewed sense of purpose, whether through a prayer, a profound spiritual experience, or an unexpected act of grace. They come to realize the depth and strength of divine love. Allegories also paint a vivid picture of divine love's restorative power. Imagine a gardener tending to a damaged, neglected plant. The gardener does not discard it, but gently nurtures it back to health, watering it, providing sunlight, and pruning it with care. Over time, the plant begins to flourish, its leaves turning vibrant green, and its flowers blooming with new life. This is what divine love does, for the human soul heals it, nurtures it, and restores it to its fullest potential. The promise of support. Amid life's challenges, divine love offers an unbreakable promise that we are never alone. The original text assures us of this support, reminding us that divine love is a constant presence in our lives, a guiding force that helps us navigate our struggles and find our way. This promise is echoed in countless scriptures and spiritual writings. In the Bible, God reassures us, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Hebrews 13:5. These words are a testament to the enduring nature of divine love, a love that is faithful, unwavering, and always present. Even when we feel abandoned by the world, divine love stands by our side, offering us comfort and strength. In the Quran, God promises His closeness to us, stating, "And we have already created man, and know what his soul whispers to him, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein." Quran 50-16. This verse illustrates the intimate nature of divine love, reminding us that God is always near, aware of our struggles, and ready to offer support. In many spiritual traditions, the idea of divine love is tied to a promise of guidance and protection. This assurance allows us to face our fears, embrace our challenges, and rise above our circumstances. We are not meant to carry our burdens alone. Divine love is there to share the load, to help us find our strength, and to remind us of our worth. When we understand this promise of support, we realize that we are never truly alone. Even in our darkest moments, we are held by a love that is greater than any fear, a love that is stronger than any challenge. This love encourages us to keep going, to keep believing, and to keep rising above whatever life may throw our way. Part 4. Embracing transformation and new beginnings. Personal transformation. Personal transformation often arises from the crucible of life's challenges, especially when faced with faith and perseverance. The trials we endure are not mere obstacles, but opportunities for profound personal growth and spiritual deepening. When we confront difficulties with faith, we allow these experiences to refine our character and strengthen our spiritual connection. Consider the process of metamorphosis. In nature, a caterpillar undergoes a transformative journey to become a butterfly. This transformation involves struggle and change, yet it results in a more beautiful and powerful existence. Similarly, our trials and tribulations act as a catalyst for personal evolution. They challenge us, shape us, and ultimately lead us to become more resilient, compassionate, and spiritually aware individuals. Scriptural and spiritual teachings often emphasize this process of transformation. In Christianity, the concept of being renewed in the spirit of your mind, Ephesians 4:23, reflects how trials can lead to a deeper understanding and a more profound transformation of character. In Buddhism, the idea of spiritual growth through suffering aligns with the concept of enlightenment, where suffering serves as a means to achieve greater wisdom and compassion. Personal transformation is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of divine support. It is through facing our challenges with courage and faith that we uncover our true potential, discovering strengths we did not know we possessed and reaching new heights of personal and spiritual growth. New beginnings. Every day presents a fresh opportunity for a new beginning, a chance to start anew and embrace the promise of renewal. The imagery of dawn symbolizes this concept perfectly. As the sun rises, it dispels the darkness of night, bringing light and warmth to a new day. Each dawn represents a moment of rebirth, a chance to leave behind yesterday's struggles and embrace the possibilities of today. The concept of renewal is woven throughout many spiritual traditions. In Christianity, the idea of being born again signifies a fresh start in faith and life, John 3:3. In Hinduism, the cyclical nature of life and rebirth reflects the continuous opportunities for spiritual renewal and growth. Every day, we are given the chance to make choices that align with our values, to seek forgiveness, to pursue our goals, and to live in alignment with our higher purpose. Encouraging readers to view each day as a new beginning can be a powerful motivator. It invites them to release past grievances, to let go of regrets, and to focus on the present moment. This perspective fosters a sense of hope and optimism, allowing them to approach life with a renewed sense of purpose and enthusiasm. The symbolism of renewal and rebirth can also be seen in nature. Just as seasons change and bring new growth, so too can our lives evolve and flourish with each new beginning. Embracing this concept allows us to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth and every setback as a chance to start over with renewed vigor. Victory and success. The promise of victory and success is not solely defined by material achievements, but encompasses spiritual and emotional fulfillment as well. Success is often portrayed as a culmination of overcoming obstacles and staying true to one's faith and values. It is a testament to the strength of our character and the depth of our spiritual commitment. Victory, in this context, can be understood as a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that comes from living authentically and with purpose. It is the achievement of spiritual growth and personal integrity rather than just external accolades. This broader definition of success includes the emotional resilience and spiritual richness that result from persevering through trials with faith. In the scriptures, the idea of success is often linked to spiritual rewards. In the Bible, for example, the promise of victory is associated with overcoming adversity through faith. But thanks be to God, who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 15:57. This verse highlights that true victory is found in the strength and grace bestowed upon us through divine support. Similarly, in other spiritual traditions, success is seen as achieving a state of inner harmony and enlightenment. In Buddhism, for instance, true success is measured by the attainment of nirvana, a state of liberation and peace that transcends material success. This perspective emphasizes that the ultimate goal is spiritual awakening and emotional well-being. By focusing on both material and spiritual aspects of success, we can cultivate a more balanced and fulfilling approach to life, embracing the promise of victory, recognizing that every step taken in faith, every challenge overcome, and every new beginning embraced contributes to our overall success and fulfillment. Part 5. The call to action. Living with purpose. Living with purpose is an invitation to actively engage with the gifts and strengths bestowed upon us and to channel them into serving others and fulfilling our divine destiny. Each individual is endowed with unique talents, passions, and potentials that, when used thoughtfully, contribute to the greater good of the community and the world. To live with purpose means to align our actions with our core values and beliefs. It involves understanding our role in the grand tapestry of life and seeking to make a positive impact. This could manifest in various ways through acts of kindness, pursuing meaningful work, supporting causes we care about, or simply living with integrity and compassion. The concept of purpose is deeply rooted in spiritual traditions. In Christianity, believers are encouraged to use their gifts to serve others, as expressed in 1 Peter 4:10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace. Similarly, in Hinduism, the idea of Dharma reflects living in accordance with one's true nature and responsibilities. Living with purpose not only brings fulfillment to ourselves, but also creates ripples of positive change in the world. It aligns our daily actions with a higher sense of meaning, fostering a life that is both rewarding and impactful. Encouraging readers to embrace their purpose involves helping them recognize their unique contributions and inspiring them to take proactive steps toward making a difference. Spreading the message. Sharing the message of hope and faith is an essential part of living out one's purpose. By becoming a beacon of light in their communities, individuals can inspire and uplift others, spreading the transformative power of faith and encouragement. Spreading the message involves more than just verbal communication. It includes living out one's values and letting actions speak louder than words. This could mean supporting others through difficult times, sharing personal stories of faith and resilience, or actively participating in community service. The significance of this calling is highlighted in various spiritual teachings. In Christianity, the Great Commission, Matthew 28-19, calls believers to go and make disciples of all nations, reflecting the importance of sharing the message of hope and faith. In Buddhism, the act of sharing the Dharma spiritual teachings is considered a noble and compassionate endeavor. Becoming a beacon of light requires embodying the principles of hope, faith, and love in everyday interactions. It means being a source of encouragement and support, actively seeking opportunities to make a positive impact, and fostering a spirit of community and connection. By spreading the message, individuals contribute to a collective effort to inspire and uplift others, creating a more compassionate and supportive world. Steadfastness in faith. The call to remain steadfast in faith is a crucial aspect of navigating life's journey. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but maintaining unwavering faith provides the strength and resilience needed to overcome them. Steadfastness involves holding firm to one's beliefs and values. Even in the face of adversity, it requires trust in divine support and the commitment to staying true to one's purpose despite the difficulties encountered. This steadfastness is not about the absence of struggle, but about persevering through it with a sense of hope and determination. Spiritual teachings often emphasize the importance of perseverance in faith. In Christianity, James 1:12 promises, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." This verse underscores the reward of steadfastness and the divine support available to those who endure with faith. Similarly, in other spiritual traditions, the concept of perseverance is linked to achieving spiritual growth and enlightenment. In Hinduism, the Bhagavad Gita teaches the importance of performing one's duty with dedication, without attachment to the results, reflecting the essence of steadfastness in action. Ending with a strong call to remain steadfast reinforces the idea that divine support is unwavering. It reminds readers that their journey, while challenging, is supported by a higher power, and that their faith will guide them through any storm. By staying true to their beliefs and continuing to act with purpose, they align themselves with a divine plan that promises ultimate fulfillment and success. Conclusion: a journey with divine guidance. Final encouragement. As we conclude this exploration of faith, hope, and divine guidance, it's essential to remember that you are never alone on your journey. Life's path may be fraught with challenges and uncertainties, but divine support is ever present, guiding and sustaining you through every trial and triumph. Embrace the assurance that you are accompanied by a higher power that watches over you, offering strength and comfort in every moment. Each step you take is part of a greater plan, and your journey is infused with purpose and meaning. Even in the darkest hours, when despair feels overwhelming, know that divine light is illuminating your path, and hope is always within reach. Your faith is a powerful force that connects you to a source of boundless love and wisdom. Hold on to this truth. No matter where life leads you, divine guidance is your steadfast companion. Trust in the journey, stay true to your purpose, and let the light of faith, hope, and love lead you forward. You are not alone, and your spirit is supported by a divine presence that cherishes and uplifts you always. a prayer or affirmation. With faith as my compass, I embark on this journey, guided by divine light and unwavering hope. I embrace each challenge as an opportunity for growth, knowing that I am supported by boundless love and divine wisdom. My heart is steadfast, and my spirit is resilient. I trust in the path before me, confident that with every step, I am accompanied by the divine presence that leads and sustains me. In faith, I find my strength. In hope, my purpose. And in love, my ultimate peace. Prayer. Dear divine presence, as I stand at the threshold of my journey, I seek your guidance and strength. In times of doubt and struggle, may your light illuminate my path, and your love surround me with comfort. Help me to walk with faith and courage, embracing each day as an opportunity for growth and renewal. Grant me the wisdom to discern your will and the resilience to persevere through life's trials. I trust in your plan and remain steadfast in my purpose, knowing that I am never alone. Thank you for your unwavering support and boundless love. May I reflect your grace in all that I do. Amen.